Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am letting them
Spoilerish.
know. Spoilers. We are going to be. There will be moments where we will be talking in spoiler or venturing into spoiler territory. Going to try to keep it to a minimum so it doesn't ruin the whole story and experience for you. But some things need to be said. Some things need to be said.
Bob,
to get the premise through. Now I'm gonna say this. I don't think anything that we say that spoils the movie actually spoils.
Thank you.
But in order for me to explain that, we're gonna have to get into this review. So, ladies and gentlemen, me and Navy, we're gonna talk about Thunderbolts.
So fucking good.
So good. So, this movie was much darker than we've seen Marvel go into, literally and figuratively in certain points in the movie. What are your initial thoughts, Navy?
I always go into the movies with an open mind, especially Marvel. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You had the newsroom anchor face, so I wanted to make sure.
I had to change the tape at the bottom.
I went into this with an open mind because I know Marvel has been doing darker stories lately to set up for the future franchise or the future storyline. And I know everybody was feeling some kind of way. It's Thunderbolts. Oh my gosh, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be another Marvel offering just to fill time. And I said, I don't think so. But I want to see what it's all about. So when I went into it with an open mind, from the beginning to the very end, I was pleased. I was exceedingly pleased. Okay. They put the foot. You know how you'll say in your family, girl, did you put your foot in that? They put their foot in this, y'all.
Okay, all right.
Of course, you don't agree. Here we go.
I don't think it was. So let me say, I do not think that this was a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. I do not think this was a bad movie. I think it was good. I think it was just okay.
I feel like we're going to have an Applebee's kind of conversation. It's like waiting for the appetizer to show up. I was like, oh, well, yeah, I thought it was okay. Ooh, chicken fingers. I thought it was. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I could eat an apple. Bama. Based on what this is, one of my gripes is, based on what they did. No, you do not need to have seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier beforehand in order to see this movie at all. I think the movie was fine. I laughed. I actually teared up during Yelena's scene with Red Guardian.
With Lexi, yeah.
With Lexi. There were a couple of moments where I felt like it went too long. There were a few moments where I think they didn't go deep enough into character stories. I feel like I don't know if I should. I feel like this could have been this movie should have been a series. This movie should have been a television series.
No.
Okay. Solid B. Okay. Hey, Kato, what it is? How you doing, baby? I think it was fun. Yeah, right. It's a B minus.
Yeah, everybody has their opinions, and everyone's observation is going to be different. I always go and gravitate to other movies that people thought were great, and I looked and went, okay, it's all subjective, and I totally understand that. But I didn't have expectations going into this, which is what made me enjoy it that much more. If I went into it with an expectation and I had a stringent expectation, I'm pretty sure I could probably pull some things apart. But I didn't want to. I wanted to let Marvel cook. And in my opinion, they did. they brought a property to the screen that a lot of people didn't know anything about. They didn't let the comics dictate how this went.
No.
And that was the numero uno thing that I loved. Let the movie tell the story. We're already familiar with 3 or 4 of these characters already, but it's the other ones that we didn't. And I knew going into this was going to be a story, and I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay. All right, Bama.
Oh Lord.
All right. Stay 2 seconds. This finger means a spoiler.
We have
2
a signal
fingers
system.
means come back.
We have a signal system. Oh my gosh.
Celebration. Okay. So Bama, right now, mute. Okay. But pay attention. Let me know if you see this, if you're muted. Just tell me, because we about to go in. All right.
We're going to the spoiler room, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So spoilers ahead. I don't have an alarm. You know what? Here. Get out. Spoilers are ahead. I have given y'all 30 seconds to get the hell out of here.
Okay, Bama, if I put this up, then you can come back.
No, he can't hear you. Okay, so why did Taskmaster got 5? It wasn't literally 5 minutes. 5 minutes into this movie. This is supposed to be the person that can copy, mimic his enemies or combatants' moves out the gate. What is going on? What the fuck was that? That was some bullshit. That to me was offensive. And I'm not even a Taskmaster fan. I don't know much about nothing about Taskmaster. What the shit was that? That was some fucking grade A bullshit. It made no sense. Not only did you get a cap in the fucking noggin, point blank range, you get incinerated? What?
Yeah.
I immediately turned off. By that. Immediately turned off. Not turned off, stunned into silence. But I don't know what the reason for that was. I really don't. I kind of guessed that they weren't going to be in it. She wasn't going to be in it based on all of the trailers and commercials that I've seen. You only see her for like 30 seconds total.
She was what I would consider a Marvel red herring.
But then why even introduce the character?
Well, if you look at it from a different viewpoint, Valentina was determined to get rid of anybody and everybody, just so to clean her slate.
Right.
Honestly, I feel like Taskmaster was put in there to clean up just in case it doesn't work out well.
But that wasn't even your number 1 person. Taskmaster was not the number 1 person to send in there.
No, it wasn't. But we don't know. But again, that's another part of the story that didn't really make a lot of sense. These are every operative that she has ever employed. And they came in there to what? Take out whatever the threat was.
No, that wasn't even the point. The point was she was trying to get all of the people that she had ever employed to do some dark-sided shit into that one room so she could get rid of everything by incinerating them. That was the goal. She just gave everybody a different goal, not knowing that they were all supposed to kill each other.
Correct.
So her real goal was to.
But she knew.
But that still does not explain why even have Taskmaster be in this movie. Made no sense.
Was
there ever even any? I'm sorry, maybe. This is my last question. Was there ever even any mention of her employing Taskmaster before this?
No.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
One thing I've learned about Marvel when it comes to the MCU, there are times where things make absolutely no sense. Because Taskmaster in the comics is a man. So to introduce the character as a woman and then to kill her off, I see where you're coming from. Wow, you're gonna leave me on the ship by myself. You ain't gonna put it in
No,
autopilot. I see that's how it works. So I'm in
that
charge, y'all. Thank you for coming.
that was so like you know what makes me madder? It's the fact that I can't bitch about the fact that they killed her off as a female character. I do not think they would have done her like this if she was a man, because they did her. They did Black Widow fucking dirty. They've been doing the goddamn the Dora Milaje fucking dirty. I don't like. I'm the only person right now that's winning is Yelena, and I honestly think that's because of Florence Pugh more so than the people writing for her character. Florence ain't having the bullshit. She is not Florence girl. Goyle. I love you. You carried this fucking movie for real. I'm sorry. That was my biggest fucking pet. No, was that my biggest pet peeve? It's up there. I think it is my biggest pet peeve because it was a waste.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. I'm checking it out here on direct.com. Fans finally had some clarity in the controversial creative decision involving Taskmaster. Director Jake Shearer opened up in a recent interview about why killing off Taskmaster was necessary in order to add tension to a movie that otherwise would have felt a little bloodless. Prior to her Thunderbolts return, Antonia Dreykov, played by Olga Kurylenko, was introduced in 2021's Black Widow as a reimagined version.
4 years ago.
Yeah, the daughter of General Dreykov, Antonia was severely injured in an assassination attempt orchestrated by Natasha Romanoff. To save her life, Dreykov implanted a chip in her brain, stripping her of free will and turning her into an ultimate weapon of the Red Room. The chip granted her photographic reflexes, allowing her to mimic the fighting styles in the comics. Under her father's orders, Taskmaster pursued Yelena, leading to a combative reunion with Black Widow. After Dreykov's death and the destruction of the Red Room, Antonia was exposed to the red dust, freeing her from mind control at the end of the film. Antonia's future in MCU seemed uncertain until Marvel Studios confirmed her return in Thunderbolts. Many criticized Black Widow for straying too far from the comic book version of Taskmaster and argued the character was wasted.
Yes.
Yeah. It became clear in the market that Disney wasn't interested in making fans care about this version of the character. So we chalk it up to Disney. Meets her end in the confrontation in Thunderbolts. The early mission was orchestrated by Valentina, who secretly pits each operative against the other. Yeah, Taskmaster was supposed to kill. Wow. Ghost was supposed to kill Taskmaster. Taskmaster was supposed to kill John Walker, and Walker was supposed to kill Yelena. And Yelena was supposed to kill Ghost.
Right.
Well, one of them had to die.
She did not have to even. If you took her out of that equation, you wouldn't have missed her. Everything that happened would have still happened. Because who was she following? Who was Yelena following to get into that vault? Ghost. Taskmaster came the fuck up out of no goddamn where. She didn't need to be there. You could have just left her out. Figure it out later. You don't owe that hoe. I'm so sorry. I'm being respectful. You don't owe her no money right now. You could have put her. I'm not saying it disrespectfully. I'm saying it as a New Yorker. You don't owe that hoe no fucking money. You didn't owe her no money. Do her right. Like if she need. I mean, I know a check's a check. God, it was just sloppy.
Now I do understand the need for.
This too. What?
Yeah. That was pretty cold-blooded. I ain't gonna lie, that was cold-blooded. But I thought it was funny. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was funny. You kill off someone and then you literally just pillage their body. But that just shows you where they were mentally in this whole scheme.
That wasn't necessary. Like it wasn't funny. You know what I mean? Like it was
It wasn't funny that she died because I'm not saying I'm laughing at her death.
Oh
That was
no. I'm
no.
not. But for them to take it to that next level of adding insult to literally adding insult to injury,
Mm,
it didn't. It was not needed. It was a low hanging fruit type of scenario, and it's like, all right, if somebody's got to die, pick one of them. We might as well just throw somebody in there. And she's technically a bad guy all the time. Taskmaster doesn't ever join the Avengers, correct?
correct.
Right. So whatever. Kata asked, do you think this is part of a bigger plan? I mean, they can reset anybody they want to at this point.
That's true. Now, what's crazy about it is we see her die. We see her get shot point blank. But how many times have we seen characters face an inevitable demise, but they end up coming back in some way, shape, or form?
Except for Black Widow.
I still think that was such a bullshit thing to do. That was such bullshit. You took an iconic character and you killed her off for emotional reasons. Okay. Listen, so I need the misogyny to stop because we need good stories. I need y'all, the misogyny to need to stop.
I reiterate, Marvel does not know how to write for women. To women. Let alone for us in order to give us some kind of agency and voice. Y'all don't know how to reach us. You're not asking anybody, you're not asking the right questions, you're not asking the right pool of people. Like, I'm gonna take it a step further. Leaving the movie, the people that hand out the surveys to see how you like the movie, I walked past them the first time. I got my anime shirt on, whatever, blah blah blah. But you would think, all right, she seems like the type of person that's gonna like these type of movies. She's in here, whatever. Sailed right past them. Didn't ask me nothing, didn't stop me. I sat behind them. Every single person, white male. Maybe a couple of minorities. Maybe. But I'm going to tell you, I know that audience was a decent group of different social status, financial status, ethnicities, everything. Because I watched everybody come out of that movie because I actually was curious at that point. Not once. And they were going to let me go by a second time. I had to go by a second time. The first person let me pass by, and then the second chick finally asked me something to actually take the survey. But I want to say at least 80% of the people that got something to fill out was a white male.
Gross.
They have a problem. Okay. Marvel has a problem. And that's not biased because the person that was giving out, the two people that were giving out the surveys, white woman, Latino male.
I think at that point it turns into a regional thing because I do agree to an extent Marvel is a bit tone deaf when it comes to writing certain stories, but when it comes to things like feedback from the general public, they tend to outsource to different companies, and unfortunately they're the ones that make the determination of who does what. So they kind of let you know what they're genuinely trying to do, because if you genuinely want to get that feedback, then you'll have a diverse group because perception is everything. Because people like yourself who see that only a certain type of people are asking for feedback and they're handing whatever they're doing, but you see a specific demographic dominating the entire group. Then that makes you wonder, are y'all even paying attention?
What is it? Implicit bias? Y'all are, there is a problem. There's a problem. I'm not saying that it's always intentional, but they have a blind.
Bama's.
Oh, Bama. Yes, you can come back.
You forgot all about Bama.
No, I didn't. I wanted to make sure we were clear the first
What did he ever do to you?
I didn't know. Come
All he ever
back.
said
Come
is
back.
boobies. It's just getting put.
Come, baby. Come.
We are broken, y'all.
Not all right. Did you have any gripes at all about the movie? I don't want to say, but you know what I mean. Like any things that you thought they could work on.
The only issue that I had, and this is just a personal thing. The character Valentina. It's weird. It's almost
flat.
Yeah, it's
flat.
like you're trying too hard to be that, but the charisma isn't there. There is nothing that's swaying me into wanting to see your demise, more so than to see you just move off screen, if nothing else. Nothing against Miss Dreyfuss. She's a fantastic actress.
Oh yeah, no, I love her as Valentina.
The writing for the character, the actor can only do so much.
Right.
She can only convey so much.
Right.
But what is the writing behind it? Now, I did like the moment that she did have where we saw that.
The flashback?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I did appreciate that. So that added a little more humanity to her. But they casted her like she was a female version of a corporate white man who's just trying to be better than everybody else. And I think they could have written it differently.
Tafari TV says Val is who Osborn would be if Sony played nice.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yep. Tasha agrees too. It's also positive side. This was a very woman-heavy led movie.
Mm-hmm. It's a very lady strong movie.
Very. But it didn't feel like it. It felt like it. For me, it felt like it was a movie. It was just a movie. It could have been all men, and I think I still would have had my same critiques about it not going as deep as it should have, and lingering on other things too long. I still would have had the same critiques. But it's still the only shining light as far as them actually trying to talk, making an attempt. It was kind of.
You are struggling right now.
Let me look up who wrote this fucking movie first, because it you know what it feels like? It feels like a man writing for their daughter instead of writing for women. Not writer. Oop. Writer. Oh my god, I'm having a stroke. Who is the writer for the Thunderbolts?
We'll see. Jake Shearer was the director.
There was three.
Eric Pearson.
Lee Sung-jin, and Joanna Kahlo.
So Eric is known for his work on a lot of Marvel one-shots and Thor Ragnarok, Black Widow, Fantastic Four First Steps, and Blade.
Joanna is known for Hacks, which is that HBO show. BoJack Horseman. She was the co-showrunner for The Bear, and that's all I got.
Lee Sung-jin is best known for the Netflix series Beef.
Oh my god! I forgot who was supposed to be Sentry in this movie.
Supposed to be who?
The original actor that was supposed to be Sentry.
Yeah.
That's why all those they were gonna write for him. Oh, that sucks. This would have been such a better movie with him in it. not what is Korean actor. I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh, wait, what was the name? Um, Steven Yen. Steven Yeun. Oh, he would have been. I would have. There would have been so. I would have felt so much more with him. I would have identified a little bit more with him, because for me, that's still Glenn from Walking Fucking Dead. And I want Glenn to win forever. I would have been rooting for him. It's okay if he kills him. It's all right. I understand. The darkness, it's fine. It's fine.
It's like, did you die? Yeah, we did die. Oh, okay.
It's all right. We'll just put you in a hole for a little while. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just stay with me. You know, we're all cool. We're all fine. This would have been. I think this would have been a very different movie with him as Sentry. Just because of his delivery. Yes, invincible in real life. Right, exactly. Man, this would have been a bad movie. This would have been a bad movie. This would have been really good. But because people that employ him like to run their mouths.
Oof, that part.
Yeah, Glenn. Why would you tell? Why would you know how Disney is about their shit?
Because some people. Yeah, I got nothing.
I'm sorry. Anyway, anything? What? I'm trying to think of other things. Again, Shining Light was Florence Pugh in this movie, and her relationship with Alexei, and them exploring that. Thankfully, because it felt like they weren't really trying to dive deeper into anybody else's story. Really, it was a bunch of like flashbacks, little hints there, here and there, but nothing that made you feel attached to them. Yelena, I cried for, but it's also because I might be projecting a little bit.
Of course, how silly of me. Why did I think otherwise?
Not even otherwise. What was the shining moments for you, maybe?
Seeing the revelation of Sentry and the Void, and genuinely seeing it. First of all, the actor's name escapes me that played Bob. I'm on the computer now. Hold on.
Oh, I guess not. Okay, never mind. You got it.
Yes, I sound like a show quote when I type now.
Oh, Lewis Pullman.
Brilliant performance.
That's what's his face's son. Bill Pullman.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
I'm looking for nobody's daddy on here.
It's a family affair.
Little baby.
But his performance as Bob, I was drawn so much into that character and the way he carried it. And as you heard more about the story of Bob, they're paying proper homage to his struggle between him. Because if you ever read the comics, him being the Sentry and his fear of the Void coming out, which leads to his mental issues, which is why I love this movie, because mental issues were addressed in such a way that it wasn't insulting.
I think they could have done a better job with that. I think they could have had more. I think I'm going to use the word nuance. I think they could have gone a little darker with it, not with the suicidal or anything like that, but not having the Thunderbolts show up for him, having to explain why they don't feel like they need to show up for him, or him going, him explaining why he is alone, because he's been alone most of the time. That's just because you have, as a person that suffers from it, when you get depressed, you do fall into this dark black hole. You pull away. You don't want to have that darkness, at least for me, spread to the people that are around you. So you don't ask for help. You don't want to you know, you don't want to impose on other people, yada yada yada. Those are very small details
Mm-hmm.
put into this story that would have made it more real and more increase the stakes. I think have people empathize more directly with him, and not just people with depression, but to have like to make it more insightful.
Agreed. But you don't want to get so much into it that it pulls away from the story. And I think that's where there would have been a balance issue. Because having I understand not having enough of a nuance, especially I don't deal with it, but you know, talking to you and other people who deal with that, I will listen to you when you tell me how you feel, because you know way better than me. But you can also see it, and based on what I know from what I saw, I think they did a really decent job without going just too deep into it.
It doesn't take much, Navy. It really doesn't take much. It's a sentence. I don't want anybody, keep them away from me. Keep them away. Literally a sentence. Keep them away from me. And then you ask why. And then you give a backstory. And then you show people pulling away. That doesn't take much time. That's not even a 5-minute moment in a movie.
Well, we didn't write the movie, unfortunately. We didn't write the movie, unfortunately.
But to my point, they could have done more. They didn't have to make another half-an-hour movie. They didn't have to add. They could have taken Taskmaster and all that bullshit out and saved 30 seconds. It's ask your audience to be smarter. Ask your audience to be smarter. It's okay to want them to think a little deeper. It doesn't have to be the whole movie. It doesn't have to be what is this man's name? The Justice League. We're not asking for a 3-hour movie. Why did we keep the taco shield? I don't know.
No one knows. That was one of the questions we were asking in the movie theater. Like, why does he still have the taco shield?
The budget got capped for the movie at some point. Oh Lord! And why did Bob look like he had a?
Because that's just his face. It's nothing. He had nothing to do with the character. That was just his face.
He's got high cheekbones.
He's built like a Pullman.
Yeah.
He's built like his daddy.
Oh wait, what are you? Oh no, we didn't spoil anything. Right?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't spoil anything, man.
Man, get out of your feelings, dude. Just go see the movie.
I don't think anybody spoiled anything in the.
How about this? How about you get off the podcast and then go check out the movie?
Okay, yes, Lewis did an amazing job. I think he was the character. He absolutely was.
Exactly.
I'm not taking away from him. Again, it's a writing issue. It's who are you making this movie even for? To be honest.
Now,
what is it? What is this? Is it a PG-13 movie? It is PG-13.
Yeah.
There we go. There's the reason. Bring the family.
Well, of course, you can't make it rated R, and you give all the pundits a reason to really say something negative about it.
That's fair.
That's all you need is, oh my gosh, it was. I understand everyone else's opinion of it, but that's the great thing about it. We're all going to see things differently. What?
It was PG-13, but we saw this woman get shot point blank in the face. Maybe.
I didn't say it was perfect.
Oh, that I didn't want you to say it was perfect. I didn't want you to say that. I'm confused on the rating system here.
Yeah, but there was right. Tafara says she was shot, but there was no blood. So the question. So here's the question, though. Was it a real bullet?
That was for sure. If the bullet wasn't real, the fire was. If the bullet wasn't, the fire sure was. That explosion. Deadpool and Wolverine was rated R. Yeah,
that was a reason why that one was rated R.
That should have probably gotten. I think they were on their way to X, to be quite honest with you. think. Oh wait, Tafari said I think Val fed a bit dry because we got 4 shows worth of Jerry. I think talking about what Daredevil being that evil, believable white woman already. The bar is high. I don't think people remember Jerry. I remember Jerry because I loved the show.
Yeah, I remember Jerry.
But I don't think people committed her to memory, especially when we've got Kingpin back.
Yeah, and you look at a lot of people have probably never even seen the series, so they wouldn't be able to relate to that unless you've seen it and you connect the dots.
Right. I'm trying to think of any. Is there anything else you want to say about the movie?
I definitely want to see it again because I know there were Easter eggs in it that I caught the first time, but I really couldn't expound on it like I wanted.
Bama, hit mute. Bama, you got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Was it just me? Did you see like the X symbol? Okay. Okay.
Yes,
like,
I saw that too.
Navy, I'm in the sequel. People look at the people next to me like, bitch, what are you?
That's why I want to go back and see the movie because I want to re-verify I saw what I saw and went, oh, bitch. I'm so glad I went to this movie by myself.
Wait, what else? What else did you see?
Well, we are
in a spoiler-ish review, sir. I promise you. Or if you want to put it in the private chat and keep everybody on their toes.
And let's just say I need to see the movie again.
Come on, man! I want to know the Easter eggs too. I'm not gonna spend my money on them. I'm going to go see Sinners again. What you mean?
Well, you go ahead and see Sinners again.
Tell me. Wanna know? Especially if it's comic book related, because I didn't read them. I don't know Thunderbolts like that.
Okay.
Wait, why is Valentine? Oh wait. Were they speaking Portuguese or Spanish during Valentina's flashback?
They weren't speaking either. It was Italian.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
It was Italian.
Italian and Spanish are pretty kind of close.
They phonetically match up with certain words.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Wait, no, tell me, maybe. Tell the crowd, shit.
No, I wouldn't even say Easter eggs, but I will say this. From the beginning, because I know the story of Sentry. So from the beginning, I knew there was going to be a point where Bob was going to forget.
Right.
But at the same time, you could still see it there that the void was behind his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit there and I thought the void's going to come back. I'm not sure in what form. Because in the comics, the void actually separates itself from Sentry.
Oh, it did it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. In the movie, we see them together in one being. And separately, but we never got to see them fight each other.
They did though.
Not on the screen. I'm talking about I know in the lab.
Yeah.
I'm not, but that's in the visual of two men. I'm talking about two superpowered beings fighting each other.
Oh, Sentry and Void.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Because remember, we're inside the mind of somebody. I'm talking about outside of that. Because in the comics, like I said, Void and Sentry separate and they fight each other.
Okay.
But I saw it a couple of times. I saw it, especially when he came out and he said, "I don't." Mm-hmm. He said, "I don't remember." I'm going, "Yes, you do."
Oh no, that. Oh no, I called bullshit on that.
Yeah, same.
Like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Bob. Okay, Bob.
Sentry and symbiote separation in Secret Wars? Possibly. Because you realize Bob was always afraid to use his powers because he can't control the void. It's like a trigger. As soon as he uses powers for good, that opens the door for the void. And then he has a hard time fighting the void because the void is a darker, stronger version of himself.
Right. Stronger or bigger?
Stronger, not bigger.
All right. Okay. Rapid fire. I don't understand why Sam and Bucky are having a fight
over trademark.
Over the really don't. But I also don't understand why, to go back to the movie itself, why is Bucky why is it didn't feel like Bucky and US agent
John Walker
had ever had any kind of an interaction before.
They hadn't.
What you mean they hadn't? They had Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I know.
I hate you. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off.
But what if you you're right. They did interact with each other in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but what was he going to do? They weren't friends.
John, stop being a cunt.
He was thank you.
That's what he needed to say that shit to him. You know what time he's on. Say that shit out loud. Say it with your chest, my guy.
But you also notice once
I'm still here. Keep
Lord have mercy. Now I'm talking to the blanket.
You're talking to
Boo. Once we get a touch of what John is going through, especially in his life, you see that he's the type of person that he never wants anyone to get close. So what he does, he puts up that barrier, that macho barrier of I can handle anything. I'm in control of this, that, and the other. Yeah, I know, right? But I'm sitting there going, my dude.
Shut the fuck up.
My dude. But yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Can we get out of whiny bitch ops here, ladies and gentlemen? You fucked that up because your ego and your pride and your desire to be seen as this ace numero uno guy fucked you up.
Also, you're a murderer of an innocent human being. You murdered a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
You murdered a good person.
Good enough.
So yeah, sit with it. Let it linger, sir. Let the odor wash over you.
It's just the egomaniacal side of, oh, woe is me. I was supposed to be loved and adored. Oh my gosh, why did it downfall? First of all, dude, shut up.
How you ignore your kid? Like, I'm very much. Wait, they killed him more like 2 minutes before. I'm very much team F them kids, but not to have a baby sitting. Sorry, baby. Not to have the baby. I know I love you. I'm sorry. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, but I let you fall. But I knew you were there and I picked you up. That's the difference. I love you. Go to sleep. It was weird, that relationship between the two of them. But that's my point again. They didn't go deeper with that. It didn't feel like they were trying to make any kind of deeper connection with them or something connecting from Winter Soldier to bring it into here.
Mm-hmm. But I think in that case, they were going off of based on the storyline from Falcon and Winter Soldier.
But there was no mentioning, there was no real connection more than just, oh yeah, I know you, and going about their lives.
Honestly, what would they have said? How would that interaction would have gone?
Call John out on his shit. Be in his asshole about it.
Bucky was in his own mind anyway. He showed that. He was focused. Bucky, you already know when Bucky gets focused, he tends to not worry about anybody else until he is fully convinced that he is being a tunnel visioned dickhead.
I guess. I don't know. All right. All right.
I respect a man that can put his arm in the dishwasher though. That's dope. Shout out to Wakanda.
I can't. I hope he at least puts some armor all on that hoe. Buff it down real good. All right.
Still enjoyed the movie nonetheless. Was it perfect? No.
What would you give this? What would you grade this movie?
Out of what?
I don't know. You pick.
Okay, what's the rating from 1 to 10? What are we using as a scale?
Okay. Oh, I really wish I had my rating scale.
Uh-oh, she's here. You got to give the intro.
Je suis tigre, mon ami. Comment ça va?
It never gets old. I think we make her day when you do that. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've got glitter in my eyeball. I've been blinking quite heavily the last few moments. So it's great though. I love it. It's all sparkly and shirt. Thank you. All right. Rating. Would you? Okay. So you have on a scale of paying for a movie, IMAX 3D versus.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty intricate rating system here.
IMAX 3D, regular IMAX, digital theater, stream at home.
I'll do regular IMAX because you do it too much.
I mean, well, okay, so that's so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 out of 5.
I'll give it a 4.
Okay. I'm gonna give 3.5.
Fair.
3.5.
That is fair. Wait a minute. Yes, the pillow and the headband match. You know why? Because we got it from this magnificent Black-owned, woman-owned, Blerd-owned, veteran-owned business called Believe It or Not. Y'all should go check out believeitoernot.com if you want to be a part of the apparel gang. You got the pillow over there. You got this lovely headband here. I can safely hide my forehead in comfort, and she can lay her head back there in comfort with this lovely style here. Yes. And when it's time to put on the bonnet, guess what? The bonnet is made by Believe It or Not.
So it's always ready and on deck. Come on. But y'all see how big my hair is, right? You see, I just popped this bad boy on.
I prefer magnificent.
Huh? Magnificent?
You say how big your hair is. No, I prefer magnificent.
Oh, no, I love big hair. I love big. Well, a lot of big things. Anyway, I would, yes.
That's all I gotta say about that. Doggone it.
Yes. So yeah, it was good. Anything is better than Love and Thunder. I hope that Taika Waititi's. I hope he steps on a testicle just once in a while. Every once in a while, just bloop, oops, my bad.
No.
Just one time, just a little bit. No, he deserves. He wrote and directed that. He deserves to step on a testicle every once in a while. That was terrible.
I need to laminate the pause sign. No, I'm actually going to print it out in different font, and then I'm gonna laminate it.
Oh shit! No, Bama, Bama.
Come back, man.
Bama, come back. Come back. It's safe. You're safe. Come on.
It's the balloon signal. Come on back.
It's a celebration. Come back. Let me see. Time to start making a new MomoCon. Been on my Gardner Jane cake. Oh, congratulations with your garden, by the way.
I'll see you at MomoCon.
Oh, right. MomoCon. Okay. All right. That's it for the Thunderbolts talk. Bama, if you're back, I gave it a 3.5. Navy gave it a 4. If you're back. If you're not back, you can listen to this part back when you see the more. All right, back to my favorite part of the day. It's Star Wars. It's Star Wars. It's a Star Wars. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. I loved it. I loved it. I loved
Oh
it.
Lord, have mercy. She's dancing, y'all. That is not a good sign.
No, it's a great sign.
I'm kidding.
Mean, sir. What you
I am
mean?
not mean. I'm kidding.
Boy. You didn't happen to catch this, did you? Oh wait, shit. Hold on. Damn it. You want to talk about the end credits real quick, or no?
No.
Okay. So, Tales of the Underworld.
No end credit discussion to Far Eye. Sorry.
No.
No.
We don't need to.
We're not gonna talk about everything. People need to see it for themselves and form their own opinion. So
honestly, my real review, that was a long 2-hour movie just to wait to see the end credits. Honestly, that was what my feeling was. I'm like, I could have watched this at home. Sorry, Navy. It's fine.
it's all good.
Tales of the Underworld. Did you get a chance to see it or no?
I did not get a chance to see it, but I'm gonna listen to all of it because you are going to be the one to convince me to watch it.